Welcome back to Random Reviews. Today we are talking about food. I'm sure you're familiar with the concept. Ever since Adam and Eve partook of the forbidden fruit, it's only been one of the most essential elements of our lives. But it didn't really start out that great. For years, people got by on eating things like rocks and moss, and whatever else they can get their hands on for nutrients. Things did eventually get better though, and more complex. Innovations started to come along that really spiced things up. Cooked meats, malted beverages, sliced bread. We were really moving on up in the world. And food, like everything else, was starting to become less about survival and more about pleasure. We used to eat just to not die, but now we have the luxury of eating whatever we want, whenever we want. We can even afford to be picky. Imagine being picky back in the day. Sure, don't eat that. Guess you don't like being alive. Now, we even actively choose to eat things that not only don't offer any nutritional benefits, but are even detrimental to our health, like the plethora of sugary sweets that started to emerge as our hunger for decadence grew. Stuff like pies, cakes, ice creams, candies, and of course, cookies. Or biscuits, if you're British for some reason. The term cookie comes from the Dutch word cookie, which means little cake. And I have no clue how to pronounce it, but I'm guessing it just sounds like cookie.
Oh, these cookies!
They were probably invented in Persia way back in the 7th century. And I think it's safe to say that they were a hit, because now we have cookies all over the world, in every shape, size, and flavor that you could possibly imagine.
You think about everything.
But today, we are talking about a very specific cookie, which we will talk more about after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
I've waited 30 years for this. So it's time to say out with the old, the toilet out, and the tub's gone. It's time to go to Home Depot. And I just love everything that I see. Island in the middle, like this. For designs, ideas, and installation help, bring it right on in. Ta-da! James is my hero.
Absolutely beautiful.
Come to the Home Depot. First in home improvement. This is why you go to Home Depot first.
Do you ever think about the Big Bang? You know, how it all started, why we're here? Yeah, how everything came together so perfectly. The Big Bang. It's not a theory. It's a sandwich. New from KFC. The Colonel's tender white meat filet. Creamy Monterey Jack cheese. Crispy bacon. Fresh tomato. And peppery mayo sauce. Makes you believe in a higher intelligence, huh? The new Big Bang Bacon Melt. Original or tender roast. On this planet for a limited time only.
Come on, boys!
Bart's Butterfingers, so butterfingery. Hit a homer, dude!
No!
Crispity Crunchity Butterfinger from Nestle.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Hello, and once again, welcome back to Random Reviews. As I was saying, today's episode is about the Benson's Chewy chocolate chip cookies. Why, you may ask? Well, the show is called Random Reviews, so do I need a reason? Benson's, not to be confused with Benson's Country Hams, or American painter Thomas Hart Benson, is apparently a sub-brand of Nabisco that is exclusively sold at Aldi's supermarkets. Everyone loves Aldi's, right? And it's actually a pretty interesting story in its own right. Aldi's was formed in Germany in 1962 when brothers Karl and Theo Albrock split up their family's grocery store company. This breakup was allegedly over the disagreement on whether cigarettes should be sold in stores or not. Karl called his new company Aldi, which was shortened from Albrock Discount, and Theo called his new company, well, he called it Aldi too somehow, but it had a different logo. Anyway, back to the Benson's cookies. They make a variety of pretty decent and low-priced cookie options, but the ones I have right here now are the chewy chocolate chip ones. So let's give these bad boys a go and see what's up. I went with chewy because I usually prefer softer cookies, although I am willing to switch it up and try new things, but not today. These are honestly pretty basic. They have a slightly buttery taste, but I get a little something else in there too, which feels a little fake. I do like the tiny little chocolate chips. They're able to fit a lot of them in every cookie, but they don't overpower the whole composition. and they are quite eatable, up to the point that I've been inclined to eat a whole sleeve of them at a time. I will say though, eating that many later on at night was not a good idea, since they made my stomach feel kinda weird, and I didn't really sleep well that night. Obviously, there are much better cookies out there than these knockoff Chips Ahoy. If you want some really good ones, go to a nice bakery, or your grandma's house. But if you're just looking for a cheap snack, and only have like $2, then these'll do in a pinch.
Put that cookie down! Now! Now, is there something bothering you?
I recommend pairing them up with some milk for a classic combo. So yeah, that's my review of Benson's Chewy Chocolate Chip Cookies. Thanks for watching, and let me know what cookies you like in the comments. And, as always, keep it Godzilla.